Hello everyone, this is THG, aka the Skiing Gamer, and welcome to a brand new episode of Flip Throughs. This is episode 35, and be sure to check out all episodes of Flip Throughs on my playlist on my channel, and be sure to check out all new episodes of Flip Throughs along with my other series called Games I've Been Playing Series Season 6 every other Friday on my YouTube channel. So anyway, without further ado, let's get it started. Alright, for this episode right here, there's all the Kingdom Hearts fans out there and all the other stuff. You seen this wearing the jacket right here and all the other stuff. And this one right here and all the other stuff. If you see my Kingdom Hearts illustrated artwork and all that a couple of years ago and all that stuff, I did the flip through episodes of that. Be sure to check it out on my playlist and all the other stuff. For this episode right here and all that stuff, I'm gonna show you right here is the manga right here and all the other stuff. They made four volumes of the original Kingdom Hearts manga and all that stuff. The originator was Tokyo Pop and all that other stuff before they re-releasing it in omnibuses and all the other stuff. And the manga based off the first game right here and all that other stuff. This is my original copy right here and all this stuff from my from my teenage days and all of stuff, like being in through high school and all the other stuff. No re-releases and final mix and all that. This is my original copy from the PS2 era and all that stuff. So I love Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 and all that stuff. I beat those games a lot as a teenager and all that stuff. Chain of Memories, and it was okay. The story was great and all that stuff, but the car mechanic is a bigger takeaway of the game and all that stuff. So I couldn't really get into it. But Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 and all that other stuff, bring back a lot of memories and all that stuff. Seeing ads or commercial for both games right here, especially the first one as a kid and all that stuff. The Final Fantasy character teaming up with Disney and all that other stuff was so magic and all that other stuff as a kid and all that other stuff. So Kingdom Hearts right here and all that other stuff, they made the manga of it and all that stuff. Like I said, they made four manga volumes and all that stuff. The Chain of Memory one made 2 volumes and all this stuff. And Kingdom Hearts 2 make 2 volumes of it as well and all that stuff. There's the original Tokyo Pop release and all that other stuff before they made from any other manga company and all the other stuff. So anyway, we're gonna flip through the Kingdom Hearts Volume 1 manga book and all that stuff. So tell me, comment below, what's your favorite Kingdom Hearts game and what's your fond memories of all the Kingdom Hearts games you played and all that stuff. Leave a comment below. So anyway, without further ado, let's flip through this Kingdom Hearts manga book right here. And this is volume 1 right here. And later down the line, I'm gonna cover all 4 volumes. So here it is right here. Here's the first one. Based off the first game and all that stuff. Go from beginning of Destiny Islands, meaning meaning Donald and Goofy for the first time in Traverse Town and all that other stuff. Go to the Gummy Ship and then go to Wonderland from Alice in Wonderland and all that stuff. So the manga doesn't cover all the Disney worlds and all that. It covers some of it if you read the manga and all that stuff. So anyway, without further ado, let's flip through this Kingdom Hearts Volume 1 manga book. So here's the front right here. And here is all the table of context and all that stuff from episode 1 all the way to 13 and in the bonus section of it as well and all that stuff. So and here is the art of Destiny Islands and all that other stuff. Here's episode 1 of The Calling. The art so amazing from his time and all that stuff. Here is the young Sora, young Kairi, and young Riku trying to build and raft from Destiny Islands. All that. Destiny Islands was a beautiful island to start the beginning of the game of the first Kingdom Hearts game and all that. So bring back a lot of memories. So here it is. Here is Disney Castle right here and all of that stuff. They King Mickey is missing and Donald freaking out and all of that stuff. And their mission, the Queen Minnie, Daisy, make sure they trying to find the king and all of that stuff. Who did have the Keyblade and all of that stuff. So here it is. Here's Queen Minnie and Queen Daisy. And meanwhile, in Destiny Islands, during the beginning of the game and all of that stuff, here's the darkness of Destiny Islands when Riku showing up in the sky and all that. Here's episode 2, the Fader. That's it for episode 1 with the this is episode 2 right here with Young, Sora, Riku, and Kairi right there. And here's the art of Jiminy Cricket and all that other stuff. Alright, here's the start of the beginning of game cell and all that. And here's the Riku get headed to darkness and all that stuff. And that's it for episode 2. Here's episode 3, Light in the Hand, where Riku sitting in the tree of Destiny Islands. And here Chip and Dale when they defended the gummy ship and all that. And here it is, Riku saying like, "Come with me to the darkness." Here is Kairi, Sora trying to save Kairi and all that before Kairi was taken away. And here is the he possessed the Keyblade and all of the other stuff. And while Jiminy Cricket, Donald, and Goofy trying to fly out and all that stuff to find the Keyblade Master and all that stuff. And that's the beginning of the game right here and all that stuff. And that's it for episode 3. Now move on to episode 4, which is Giant Shadow, with the young Pluto sleeping right there, right there in the page right there. Here it is. Sora, the power of the Keyblade. So he is the first Keyblade Master to hold the Keyblade. Here it is right there. So I have all my Disney feature tapes from my childhood and all that stuff, and some DVDs as well, and all that stuff. Even though I have Disney Plus and all that other stuff, I still have all of my Disney feature tapes from my childhood and all of the other stuff. So yeah, there is that. And that's it for episode 4. Here at episode 5, Castor Shore, with the young Kyrie laying down right there. And here it is, Donald and Goofy trying to find the person who had the Keyblade and all that other stuff. And there's Pluto and all the other stuff. So I was worried where this place at and all that other stuff. Well, you know the place that it is. If you start the beginning of the first world and all that other stuff, which is, see it right there. Traverse Town, the first main world of the game before we head out to like Disney worlds and all the other stuff. So here's episode 6 of Traverse Town with Moogle, Donald, and Goofy. And here's a little flower that Kyrie wore and all that. Here it is, Sora trying to fight the Heartless with the Keyblade for the first time. And he's Squall, for Squall right here, and all the other stuff. Oh no, that's not Squall. I forgot this that guy named with the yellow hair and all that. Oh, his name is Sid. I forgot. His name is Sid and all the other stuff. And that's school. That's a Squall right there from Final Fantasy 8 and all the other stuff. Here's episode 7, The Man Named Leon, with Sid and Moogle right there in Traverse Town. Here it is. Here's Yuffie right there. And here's Squall from Final Fantasy 8 and all that other stuff. Oh, his name is Leon. Leon. Sorry. Not Squall. But here it is. Donald Goofy finds Sora, who had the one who possessed the Keyblade and all that stuff. A bunch of Heartless around Traverse Town and all that. And here it is. Here's the key and all that other stuff, just like the beginning of the first game. And they fight the big Heartless, the first boss of the game in Traverse Town and all that other stuff. Here it is right there. Art looks so amazing and all that other stuff. And Sora introduced to Donald and Goofy. And the three of them meet for the very first time in the first Kingdom Hearts, and they started their own adventures together and all that other stuff. One for all, and all for one. Right there. That they started the beginning of their journey right there. Bring back so many memories from my childhood and all that other stuff. Playing the first Kingdom Hearts game and all that other stuff. Even though Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite and all that stuff, the first one right here holds a special place in my heart. Here's episode 8, which is Conspiracy, with Moogle, with Huey, Dewey, Louie, right there with the treasures and all that. Here is the evil Maleficent, trying who possessed the Keyblade and the power of the Keyblade and all that. Here's Riku right there saying like, "Where am I?" and all the other stuff. I believe he's in Hollow Bastion and all the other stuff, which I'm not gonna spoil it, but here it is. Here's episode 9, Departure with Pongo Perdita from 101 Dalmatians right there. The art of this is so freaking adorable and all that other stuff. And here it is, Chippendale Rescue Rangers and all that stuff. The Chippendale trying to fix inside the gummy ship and all that, prepare for their departure for their adventure and all that. Here it is right there. They are arrived in Wonderland from Alice in Wonderland, the first Disney World game to start off the game in the first Kingdom Hearts game. The rabbit right there. Here it is, episode 10, Kangaroo Court. It is a heartless warrior right there on the page right there. Here it is, then landed in Wonderland from Alice in Wonderland. Here it is, the little girl herself, Alice from Alice in Wonderland, right there. Trying the car trying to take Alice away and all that other stuff. Episode 11, finding the evidence with Sora, Alice, Donald, Goofy dancing together, and with all the cars right there and all that stuff. Here's the evil cat and all that other stuff, which I forgot what the cat name is and all that other stuff. Give you like evil tricks and all that other stuff. Episode 12, which is Helping Hand. And then Mad Hat her right there with Alice and all that stuff from the classic Alice in Wonderland and all that stuff. Here it is, the second Kingdom Hearts second boss in Kingdom Hearts and all that in Alice in Wonderland stage and all that other stuff. So here it is. Here is episode 13, which is the keyhole. After Sora beat the boss in Alice in Wonderland, he he pour out the keyblade in the keyhole, all that to seal the world and all that other stuff. So here it is, with Sora with Chippendale on his head and all that stuff. And here's the goggles to it. Freeze. Just like Sora said. And he beat the boss and all that stuff. And here it is. There's a keyhole right there, and the keyblade point out the keyhole and all that to seal the world and all that stuff. When you beat the second boss of the Alice in Wonderland world and all that stuff. And there it is right there. It's a sneak peek of the second Manga volume. You can see right there, there's Jafar and Captain Hook, and I forgot his name and all that stuff. Try to look out for that Keyblade for Sora, Donald, and Goofy and all that. And there it is right there. That's the end of the first Kingdom Hearts volume right here. And all this stuff to end off Kingdom Hearts Volume 1. And so yeah, there is that. Here is the bonus section, all other stuff, and he shot the artist who did the Kingdom Hearts manga and all other stuff. Does all the sketches for all the characters from the game and all that stuff, which is a nice bonus right there. You can pause it if you like. There's Sora right there. There's Kairi and Riku right there. There's Donald and Goofy right there. Beautiful, beautiful art. And that is it and all of other stuff. And they show you in the preview of the next Kingdom Hearts game, next volume of Kingdom Hearts and all that other stuff. And which they showing they going to Arkabar and all the other stuff. And that is it for those are previews of Tokyo Pop. Tokyo Pop does all the Disney manga for all the Disney movies and all that stuff, from the Incredibles right here, Bambi, Finding Nemo, and Kim Possible right here and all that stuff. So Tokyo Pop made besides the Kingdom Hearts manga and all that, it does the Disney ones as well and all that stuff. So that is it. The flip throughs of the Kingdom Hearts Volume 1 manga book. So yeah, there is that. So that is it, you guys, for all the episodes of flip throughs and all that stuff. Flipping through this Kingdom Hearts Volume 1 manga book. Tell me below what your fond memories of the first Kingdom Hearts game or any other Kingdom Hearts games you played and all that stuff. Whether you played the games and all that stuff, or you read the manga before and all that stuff. So leave a comment below. So make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. While following from upcoming videos, check out my Facebook fan page. The Facebook page is in the description down below. I'll see y'all next time with another video. Thank you very much, and goodbye.